What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Haulass Garage YouTube channel. This episode, going to be putting the motor in and transmission and
Getting something happening.
It's been a while.
We've been bloody under the pump. You're back at school,
Yeah.
back at work, leaving the dark, home in the dark. As in Victoria at the moment, it's 2 degrees at night, and our shed's got more holes and bloody I don't know what. So it's not very warm here at night. So I've been a bit slack. What are we going to get through? First news: hot rod bloody drag week.
Yeah, cancelled, unfortunately.
So, in memoriam, I'm wearing my bloody Steve-O shirt today. Steve-O's having a year off for the first time in 5 years, so that's bad news bears. We sort of thought it might happen, but yeah, they confirmed that this week. So, no USA this year, so that might give us a chance to
do some stuff.
go, well, depending on what's open by then, go do something else we haven't done. So if you've got any, I see the Red Nats are still on at the moment, which we normally can't go to because it's a couple of days before we go to America. If there's some other event on around that time of the year, sort of start of September, that we should check out, let us know. What else have we got to cover? Oh, we had a question about our oil bung on one of the comments I noticed, and I actually found the purchase history. Couldn't find it. So it is a oil pressure sensor adapter, LS engine swap M16 by 1.5 plug female. But oh bloody, I don't know if you can see that. You can bloody, it's not going to work on the screen, is it? So oil pressure sensor adapter LS engine swap. If you put that in, it should come up, and it was $11.96. So that's that, and all that is you take this plug out here, just a factory plug, and with any luck, get that one. That should screw in there like that. Yep. And then we'll just run our oil feed line from that to the turbo, and we've got our one I've already put in there earlier for our drain. So that's an easy way to do it. It's right at the front of the engine where the turbo is going to be. You're not running lines over exhaust and shit where they're going to get burnt. So they work good and they're cheap. So for a few bucks, put that on, your line on, you're done. What else do we got to cover? Our bloody balancer. We had a drone with our balancer. One we got off Frankie, went to put on the other day, but as we're putting on, we noticed it hits the timing cover, and because I don't really know anything about LS's that much, this is off an LS7 I've researched, which have got a smaller cover. So if you got not much room and you want to get it really close to the engine, get an LS7 balancer. So we're probably just going to run I had a bit of a measure up. I think it'll work, it'll be close, but we're probably just going to run our LS1 style balancer. As you can see, they stick out a fair bit more, but I don't think room's going to be too much of a drama. We've got to thank our boy Andy Mack. He's found us a alternator bracket, so that can go on there. Whether we use that, or we've got the high mount one that came with the engine, which has got the power steering deal on the bottom. So once we get it in there, we'll start bolting a few things on and see which system's going to work. But thanks to Andy Mack for that, for digging under his bench and finding that. What else have we got? Oh, you've got a delivery.
Yeah.
The man. There you go.
Big thanks to Max Speeding Rods for alternator for the bird dog. Big supporter of the channel.
They are big sponsored bloody supporters. So that's turned up. Looks pretty good. That'll fit the standard LS bracket. That's the way they make them. So we've actually hit them up to see if they can make LS1 rods for boost. So our boy we're talking to there is going to suss them out. They make a lot of different con rods for everything else, but I noticed they didn't make them for LS boost ones. So we're going to see if we can get them on that, get a cheap deal on boost rods for LS's, and then yeah, that'll be a sweet deal. There's something else I was going to mention there. Something about the rods, and I don't know, I've lost it. It'll come back to me. What else have we got today? I think we got a visit from Billy Bob.
Yeah, everyone's been wanting Billy Bob back, so
we've got a broken stud in the back.
yeah.
So we've got on the Billy Bob. He's going to come in and show you a quick way to get that out.
Yeah.
What else? We've got our loom. So when we get we'll get the flex plate on, converter on, gearbox bolted up, and then we'll have to lift it off the stand obviously, but we'll lift it off, put it down, and then we'll get our Terminator X loom. And did that cool intense? Yeah, it did. It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
We've got our sensor there, so we'll just lay it out when it's out, so you can see where we're going to bolt everything on. What else have we got to cover?
What else do we have to cover? Oh, I've made room for the intercooler, which will be, I might put that footage before we do all this engine stuff, or maybe after, I'm not sure. But
How'd it go, our bloody marketplace cooler? Did you make it fit?
yeah, it fits pretty good.
Alright.
So
Good deal.
should be good.
We've got that. I think that's about all. So we might get all our. Where are we going to start? I don't know. We'll start somewhere. We might get all the water pump and stuff on to start with. We're waiting on. I think Nate's got a balancer for us, so we'll get that sorted. Then we'll get on to bolting this thing on and actually get it in the car. We're not really ready, but we're just going to do it, and then worry about the rest later. A few things will take us a bit longer because it's in the car, but if we don't get it in a short amount of time we got, it's never going to happen. So we'll just jam it in and then we can start doing stuff. So let's get to it, I guess.
Yep. Alright, it's been a while, but
Hey!
Look who's
everyone
back.
bloody going.
yeah, everyone's been missing you.
Whew, had a bit on. It's
Yeah.
morning, what do you keep up what's happening and
Staying safe.
yeah, I've been wrapping up. I've been staying safe. I've bloody
Staying home.
been on
No.
camera. I've been staying home, but
Yeah.
pretty hard to go and see all the people and ladies and dates and stuff. Been dodging a few checkpoints
Yeah.
and the like. So what have you got going on here? What's happened here?
Well, got a head and somehow it's got
So you've got a broken off stud in here.
Broken off stud.
Someone's bloody had a go at it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they know what they've been doing.
Yeah. What are they doing?
So let's see if we can sort it out. So
Okay.
what we're going to do today, we've got our earth lead jammed in our intake port.
Yep. That's good for the airflow.
Got just a normal nut, plain, of no nylock in it. So what you do, put that over your broken off stud if you can get her in there. Get it roughly centered.
Yep.
Get your glue gun. Hopefully that'll stay there. A little bit of this Y speed. Maybe a bit more. Here we've got new logo, Billy Bob.
You love too much, so
Yeah, right.
we put you on a sticker, maybe a t-shirt if you're lucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Who drew that up for us?
Ryan Ford, illustrator.
Ryan Ford.
Got to thank you.
Well, big thanks to our boy Ryan Ford. We got a shifting type spanner.
Maybe if you're lucky.
I've got one here.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Alright, so with any luck, we've welded our nut to our broken off stud.
Yeah.
Get a Billy Bob solid shifter. If you're lucky, just wiggle it back and forth. Ooh, I think that broke off. I don't think this has worked at all. I mean, my bloody big arms have ripped her off. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
I think the shitty weld to start with has not worked, so I'm going to have to get another nut. Bear with me.
Try again. All right, attempt number 2.
Take 2.
Yeah, Billy, he bloody swung off the guard.
Oop. Righto. Probably would be better if I was wearing a welding mask, could see what I was doing, but where's the fun in that? Alright, wait, well, that's sitting flat. It's better. Alright. Had it flatted before, did I have it? Really balls this up, haven't I? Let's make that work. It's got a little bit of heat and ammo, just let it cool down this time too, might be an idea. We got any lubrication spray?
Yeah, we might. Let's go over here. How's the Haulass been treating you?
Hey?
How's the Haulass been treating you?
Oh, it's been good. I bloody went up the high country the other week and
Did ya?
bloody jumped Mount Bogon and bloody did a bit of skiing in it. And,
Yeah.
it's been going bloody spot on. Hasn't missed a bloody beat.
Can't be a
A few
try
bloody burnouts, done a few burnout comps in her, won them.
Yeah.
Yep, so
One summer nats.
yeah, won that a couple of times over the bloody last couple of months. No one else is there, but we all know I won, so that was good.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's see how we've gone this time. Ooh, it's bloody in there too.
Come on.
Ooh, a little bit of movement there. So just like the ladies, just, you know, move it back and forth a bit, just get it in round and round. And ooh, no, here we're going. If you've got, maybe use the biggest shifter you can find, so you get a nice bit of purchase on it.
That's a Billy Bob size shifter.
That is a, you can buy them at the store.
Starts with a Billy Bob shifter.
So yeah, we've done that. Oh, you rotten bastard.
Oh no.
Wow. This is, it did move though, so that's a start.
Yep.
So let's get another nut. Try that again.
One more time.
This is going well, isn't it?
Got another nut welder back on here.
Take 56.
Take 100.
So, it does move a little bit, but not enough. So we're going to heat the old aluminium up here a little bit. Hopefully that'll expand a bit. And give us a bit more wiggle room. Normally they just come straight out because it's a Billy Bob job. What's this I hear that you have bought me a new bloody car and crashed it before we were going to go driving it?
Yeah.
What happened there?
We did actually. We got you. Well, you wanted a new Commodore engine, but we got you a new Commodore engine, but just got a car around it.
Really?
Yeah. So you've seen my Corolla.
Yeah,
and
very impressed with yours.
We thought you'd like it, so we got you a V6 Corolla with manual.
Ooh,
speed.
that butters my bread.
Unfortunately, it was crashed, but not sure what happened there.
Right, what happened there? Someone got their ambitions mixed up with their capabilities, or?
Yeah, bit of, I don't know. Just must have been the weather. Or...
Oh, righto. Bloody COVID got her.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, eh? Oh, that can happen.
Comment I saw actually was the Corolla tried to commit suicide before Billy Bob could get to it.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah.
Right,
That's pretty good. So Let's
Here we go in here. Well, it hasn't broken yet, so it's coming out a couple of turns maybe. Ooh, that didn't sound good. right on cue. Hey, I'll give her a bit more lube. Where are we? Where'd my lube go?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lost her. Wandering a bit.
Come on.
There's new thread there a little bit. If we had a bigger shifter it'd be better, but anyway, we can only use what we got, I suppose.
Yeah. What do you really think it's working?
Oh yes. Run the home. I shouldn't say anything because it'll snap.
Yeah, I should be quiet for about 2 seconds.
Shut up. Yeah, that bastard was in there.
Yeah.
It's the toughest one I've done. What's going on in there? Oh, there she goes.
Well, there you have it. Is there anything that Billy Bob can't do?
Obviously that's no, but so there you go. So when she's broken off flush, you can see we didn't get a real great weld on it. But if you weld to the middle, put a nut around it. A lot of the people that are proper put a washer in there first so you don't damage your head, but as we're not proper. So you can sit a washer over there, put a bit of weld on it to build it up, slide your nut over and then just try and weld in the corners to get as much weld as you can around it, and then might take you a couple of goes, but it's 20 times better than drilling them out and doing all that bullshit. That sucks. So yeah, little Billy Bob tip for you for this week.
Yep.
We might even get a tap and just run through all these. They are bloody common for this problem for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else you boys need my help with?
Don't know. Unless you want to drive the excavator.
We ready? Is up for that bit yet, or?
Oh no, not really. Oh well. Don't know.
Look, maybe I'll go and. I've got a couple of pressing issues I've got to go and take care of. Maybe I'll drop back in later.
Yeah, righto. Thanks, Billy. Everyone say thanks to Billy in the comments. So hopefully comes back later.
Oh, and the t-shirts. Make sure you buy a t-shirt, a sticker. What else have you bloody got?
Hoodies, maybe.
Hoodies.
Yeah, got
Hoodie would be good at this time of year.
to stay warm.
Bloody hell. It's as cold as bloody hair on a polar bear's bum around here. But anyway, righto.
Yeah, buy the stuff so Billy Bob can eat.
Billy Bob's hungry. It's a big fuel tank that needs filling.
Righto.
Later.
Catch ya. Righto.
So we've got our new coolant temp sensor. Bang that in there. Bit of what do we use? Stuff that just spilled all over me. Bit of stag joining paste.
Yep.
Make sure you put the lid on. Otherwise the bottom blows out and goes all over your hand when you're trying to press the tube. Right, so I put that in. Now, are we going to? Well, while we're here, we may as well check out these other sensors.
Yeah.
All right, so up the back here, you've got when you get them, they just cut the wire and loom off. So that one's oil pressure, and that one's your cam sync, I think, from memory. And then the other one down the side here is, there it is your reluctor wheel. So you'll hear people talk about 24 tooth or 52, I think the other one is. So right sensor for the right crank, probably the same sensor, but in your computer when you dial it in, you've got to have the right thing fed into it. So what's going to be easy to do that loom? Maybe we'll just talk about that loom now. There's our kit. Sun so we can see. Alright, here's our
Terminator
Terminator
X.
X Holly type deal. So you've got computer in that end. It'll plug in. I'm guessing that's fuel pump or something, relay. Hasn't got it written on it. That one's your can, so if you put a dash in it or whatever, you can use that. I reckon that's a fuel pump fuse maybe. Them ones we're not using. These are the wires you actually have to hook up. Oh no, so that one's fuel pump. It's got it written on it. It's good. I don't have to guess, pretend I know what I'm talking about. Fuel pump, fused wire, and which one didn't I do? Blue. Yeah, it's a wires aren't that great. Don't know, we'll have to have a look. So one will be power to turn the computer on, I would have thought. I don't know, it's got two. Oh yeah, power, fuel pump, and maybe it's going to be accessories or something to activate it. I'm tipping. So that'll be your main power. So that's all you need there. Then this one will be your injector harness, which will be in the box. So once you click all your injectors on, it's got its own separate loom, so you can just plug it in. So if you take an intake manifold off, rather than unplug them all, you can just unplug it from that big plug and lift it off. There's our oil pressure one, so that's at the back, engine oil pressure. We've got cam sensor, the one we were talking about. Our NOx sensor, which I don't think might be cut off, but they never work anyway, so don't worry about them. This one here is the one that goes down to your crank sensor. So that's why it's got the heat shield on it, because it's in beside the starter where all the heat is. And going more forward, it's that one there. That's your wideband, so that one's got to go to your exhaust with the exhaust sensor. Very important, these ones. Your little wires here to the back of each head. So when you lay it out, make sure they're grounded to the back of the head, or you'll have a bad time. You'll have electrical gremlins, and you want to go back to a carburetor. That's your map sensor up on your throttle body, and what's that one? Map. So I'm guessing that one's coils. I'm tipping. Should have left bank and right bank written on it, I would have thought, but maybe when you lay it out, maybe we should lay it out again so it makes more sense. So that's the loom it comes with. So that's going to be all your stuff to your back of your engine. That's your injectors. That one's going to go down under your starter. That one's going to, your exhaust is going to be on that side, so it's going to go over there. That one's going to go up to your map sensor on your throttle body. Then you've got your mat, which is up the front. Your coolant temp sensor, which is in the side of the head. Your throttle control, if you've got that hooked up. So that's all on the throttle body. What's that one? Fuel pressure sensor. And I haven't labelled that one. What are we missing? Coolant temp, mass air temp, throttle control. Don't know. Mustn't be important. So I'm tipping that's going to be your coils for one side, coils for the other side. So as you can see, when you get them, plug all that in. We should actually just get the throttle body and just get that throttle body, and we'll just plug it in this body. So it makes sense, I guess. so that's going to be your throttle beam in your car. So it comes with your injector loom, like so. And then, oh yeah, injector 3, they're all numbered. So on your little thing here, pretty hard to stuff that up. Injector 1, so your forward cylinder is going to be injector 1, so that's all going to run down that side. And then it's going to have 2 on it, hopefully. Yep, so you can, well, plugs are actually there. So you can clip all them on, like so. Same on the other side. What's that, 3? So you can bang all that on like that. Very simple. That'll be all your injectors. Then yeah, you've just got your plug at the back, which will just plug straight into that. So if you want to take the intake manifold off or whatever, you can just unplug that big one, fold that back in, and you don't have to pull the little ones off. So that, and the other one up the front. So you're going to have your throttle control on your throttle body, which is that one. That's just when it's cold, it'll open and shut if you've got it tuned like that. Then you've got your TPS, that's what that other one's going to be, the one I couldn't find before. TPS will go in there, that's your throttle. Yeah, coolant temp sensor is the one in the head, that's going to go around there to the top of the head. That one goes in here, obviously. And then we have to put a air temp sensor in this, which I think in yours we just drilled it in the back of here, and you just get a sensor out of a VN or VP Commodore V6 and just tap a thread in the top of that for your air temp. Put that in there, and then that's all your stuff at the front done. So pretty simple, plug all that in. That's your coils, so I'm tipping that's coils for the left bank. Make sure you put that wire on the back of the cylinder head, make sure it's got good earth. Then later on when we get to it, that's going to be our exhaust sensor. So you buy a little bung from the exhaust shop, or just cut one out of a old exhaust, anything that's EFI, I think they're all the same, all the threads. If you bloody want to save a few bucks, weld that in your exhaust. That's that done. Then we've got, yeah, so all pressure will plug in the back of the head. Our cam sync will plug in. That's our coil pack to the other side. And our map sensor, which we normally run off, what do we run it off? That tube there. So we'll just put a bit of hose on the end of that and put our map sensor in there. So just a bit of hose, clamp it onto your thing. It's a bit rough, but it'll do the job. What else? That one will go down beside the block, obviously. So, and the NOx sensor, which we've got to see if we got, but they're normally terrible, so don't worry about them. So yeah, plug your oil in, your cam sync, this other wire to the back of your head, and once you've got all that all plugged in, you're pretty much bloody ready to rumble. That'll plug into the computer, which we'll get out in a second. What are them ones? What have they got written on them? Switcher. What's the black one say? It's obviously just an earth. What's that say? Switched. Oh, so that must be ignition power, that one. And then that's going to be main power. What did we say that green one was? Fuel pump. So you can run that down to your fuel pump. And that blue one, we'll have to look up in the manual what it's for. But pretty simple. So power, earth from your key on that one. I'm tipping a good solid power to this one here because it'll be feeding your computer and everything. You can run that down to your fuel pump and extend it for your electric pump. We'll find out what this blue guy is, but that's pretty much it. So that's why everyone buys these kits. You can plug them in, they're cheap, and pretty much ready to go. There's our map sensor. So we've got that. Comes with all the instructions. Let's see if we can find out what that blue wire's for quickly, maybe. Yeah, it shows you to wire that up. There's a wire diagram. Anyway, it's pretty well documented in here. Like most of these people doing it are going to be smarter than what I am. So it's a pretty good manual in here, what everything does. And wiring, here we go. Wiring, that's the bit we're actually looking for. Maybe not. Anyway, I won't bore you with all that stuff. We'll find it. Kind of intrigued now. Wiring harness installation 9. If in doubt, read the instructions. 7, 8, 9. The following indicates primary each connector is labelled to its name. Pressure, harness routing, good file. Fuel, yeah, got all that. Crank, got all that. Where's the loose wires, mate? Oh, here we go. If you're a red dipshit, you would know. Alright,
We've watched right.
where are you reading that?
Bottom one. Tack output.
Ah, there you go. Tack output. So if you want to run a tacho in your car, that's what that little blue wire is. So black for ground, obviously. Optional colour green for your fuel pump. Used to directly power your fuel pump. Do not use this wire to power fuel pumps that require over 15 amps. So if you've got big mother thumper pumps, just run it straight to your relay. Required colour red. 12 should be connected directly to the battery. This powers your fuel pump, which we sort of already knew. 12 volt switch colour red and white should be connected clean. 12 volt power source should be only active with ignition's on. So the red and white one. Right, so yeah, that one's your key. Your red and white. So if you just get accessories off your key, that's that. Ground that one. That one's got to have power all the time. So from your starter or battery, something solid. Your blue one, if you've got an old school tacho in your car, you can run that to your tacho and run that green one down to your fuel pump. And that is all the wiring you need for one of these kits, and that's why they're so popular to wire up one. So if you're coming for a carby or whatever, or you're just a simpleton like myself, makes it very easy. And they're, like I say, they're $1,000 US any day of the week at Summit or Jegs or any of them places. So the dollar's a bit crap. I think, what's it, 70 at the moment?
Something like that.
Somewhere around there. So that's why a lot of people use them. You know, time you get a standard harness, get it all fixed up so you can make it standalone, it's probably $300 or $400 or $500. Then you've got to pay someone to tune it. Yeah, it adds up pretty quick. So that's, I haven't even looked in here yet. So with this little kit, ooh, bubble wrap. Alright, here's our compute. Where's the actual dash bit of it? Must be still in your room, is it?
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, we're missing the box. So that's your little computer. I suppose we may as well show them. So that's your computer, you can man in your car somewhere. Then you just plug them two in. Away you go, and I'm tipping that other one there is the main power for it. Yeah, it's your power harness. So, so decent, that's going to power everything up. So I'd say big power wire from your starter or whatever into your car, nice thick wire and a nice ground. That'll just plug straight into the computer. So where the actual the dash will plug into that CAN plug wherever it went. Somewhere, there it is. The dash will plug into that little one there. So it does come with a dash, we'll find that. So the beauty with these are like a startup computer thing for whatever, but later on if you want to upgrade to what the Holley HP or the Holley Dominator, which has got a heap more functions, you can just unplug it out of this one just by the computer itself, and your loom will actually plug into the later model ones. So you've got HP on your Corolla, I've got the Dominator, but we can swap them in between it, and it's got a few more options. But there's 100 videos on these on YouTube with people a lot smarter than me setting them up. Holley itself has a thing you can on the tutorial, whatever, how to set them up or whatever for your application. So yeah, jump on there if you're not sure. We'll find the dash for you in a minute, and go from there. But that's basically our electronics system. So something I thought we'll lay it out here. Looks like by that, if we put a hole in the top of our tunnel, we put it sort of there in the top left corner somewhere, that'll go nice and straight in. It's not bent or anything, go nice and straight in. We'll bring that out and we'll mount this on the back of our firewall. We can probably show them that. Oh, it's a bit dark. Righto, so we'll probably put our hole, our grommet in the top here somewhere, so the loom will come in nice, swoop around. We might just mount the computer up there or something. Like I say, might normally get hide it or whatever, but as we're going to be racing this more than a street car thing, and we're not going for looks, clearly by the look at the rest of the car, so we're going to make that there. So if we need to change something or whatever, it's all going to be up here, easy to work on at the track. So we're not, me being fat, laying under the dash looking for broken wires at the racetrack. Played that game and it's not cool. So all our stuff's going to be easy to get to, and for function over looking pretty and stuff. There's enough other pretty cars out there. If you want to look at a pretty car, go look at one, don't look at ours. So yeah, that'll be that. I think that covers that pretty well. Alright, let's get into getting this thing in, eh?
Yep.
Cool. I know, found our dash. So it comes with that. And I'm pretty sure it's got the touchpad and everything on it, so when we get that far we'll talk about it. But you can set up what engine you got, blah blah blah, but yeah, we'll go for that later. So that just plugs into your little thing there and comes with a little holder, which I presume you can screw to your dash if you want or something. And if you want to use the big Holley dash like the other ones that are bigger, and you can get the bloody ones that's like a TV now, plugs in the same plug, so same thing, you can upgrade it as you go along. But to get you running, bloody Billy Bob budget, that'll get you running. So, and the number of that kit is 550 903 Terminator X LS1 LXX kit. So if you're looking for one, that's what they are. Summit, Jegs, any of them, they'll have them. So, or even Tezza at Paramount Performance, I'm sure they'll have them. If you want to get them in Australia, they'll be able to hook you up. So that's all that, and all that is $1,000 US. So everything to make it run, $1,000. So pretty good value. So that's why we've gone with it. All right, now we're going to just put the water pump on, and we didn't even lose the bolts. It's going to be a first. So put our original water pump back on, original gaskets, because they still sort of looked alright. So we'll bang that on, and we've put our breather tubes on for the heads when we took them off to clean them.
Yeah.
Do you know where that front tube is for that?